Hey guys, welcome back to Release the Craftin. Priscilla here with a little chatty update. You guys, I just mostly want to keep my hands busy while I talk to you guys. So I'm going to lousily wire wrap this, and do not be alarmed, I will be breaking out because I'm allergic to metal in most varieties. But this is a pretty metal, so we're going to keep using it anyways. But I just wanted to say, yeah, I am recovering from illness, and I am now at the point where I have recovered enough to be, to get back to crafting and sort of get back into things, but I'm trying not to, like, overwhelm myself, with too much activity all at once, so, hence the reason why we're still pretty low-key, why Storycraft hasn't come back up. Also, this is probably the least I've sounded like Miss Carbobble, so, or Miss LeBon's. Both are good options for how I was sounding before, so I do sound a little bit better now, so I feel a little bit more confident about recording and making a video. But not enough to, like, launch into a full narration for Storycraft, because I still need, like, a lot of breaks and stuff to recover my voice. But I do feel better, so that's, like, a good thing there, so I'm glad to, like, be on the upswing, I guess. And I have lots of thoughts and feelings. What I have been doing while I've been recovering is sort of taking lots of notes and mapping out what I want to do, planning out content for the next year and stuff like that. So I thought I would jump in here and just share a couple of things real quick, just little tiny things, because I don't like to plan super, super far in advance or do anything like that complex to go off of, but I do like to have sort of like direction to things. So I wanted to share some of the things that I have like concluded and finalized and you know, decided in the thing as we're transitioning into the new year, to sort of give you guys an idea of where the channel is going and an update on like where I've been for those of you who have reached out to wish me like well and, you know, for my recovery. Thank you guys a lot for that. I really do appreciate it. It's really sweet. It's really nice to read your messages, and they definitely did help me recover. I hadn't intended to be off for so long, clearly, because I didn't plan on getting sick. But I did, so I was kind of forced to rest when I didn't want to rest, and, you know, that's what happens when you don't adequately rest, but also when you get sick out of nowhere. But it was nice to have a little bit of, like, a total break, and not the break I had been, sort of deceiving myself with, I guess you could say, previously, where I was just trying to be, like, low-key so that I could take, like, a nice little break. The universe was like, you're gonna take that break whether you want to or not, and, I did, so here we are. So, starting out, you may have noticed that, like, digital stuff has slowed down in my Etsy store a lot. I'm not really going to go into, like, a super rant about that right now. But I have just sort of come to the conclusion that I no longer wish to compete with AI art in the digital space, especially on Etsy, because there is nothing to indicate or note that something is made using AI. And I feel like until Etsy implements that, it's just going to sort of take away from things that are made by actual artists, and I'm not going to have the whole AI debate right now, but I feel like there's an issue on Etsy with the way that AI art is presented, and then also I am really tired of feeding the people who do use AI art, because the problem that I have been having this year is that I would put out a kit or a concept, and it would immediately, within like a day or two, like that kind of immediacy, there would be multiple kits and digitals with the same name, like the same exact title, as the stuff that I had, and the same concept, just AI generated, and it would sort of wash my listings down to the bottom and out of the, common headspace, which really, like, impacted the traffic on my shop a lot, and it's just not worth it to me to continue to try to compete in that space. It doesn't bring me any joy, and there's no point if people aren't seeing the stuff that I make, and part of the problem, I think, is that people don't know necessarily if something that they're purchasing is made with AI. So they're kind of going on good faith of the artist behind it. And if that artist doesn't have the good faith to notate that, people who typically wouldn't support AI art find themselves unintentionally supporting it. And like I said, I just don't have the desire to compete in that space. And it sort of takes away from the entire process if I spend time and my own personal money to obtain resources through conventional means to support other artists as well, to then have that sort of washed away by people who are following my shop to copy my shop is what happened. So I have decided to sort of move away from that. I'm not going to stop making digitals entirely. There's still some stuff I want to put out there. There's still some ideas I have. I'm just not going to make that my focus into the next year, and instead going to make my focus be my Patreon, because I've had a lot of positive interaction there. I enjoy the community that's built there, and I want to keep like fleshing that community out as I move forward for the next year. And I talked about it a little bit on Patreon. One of my goals for the next year is sort of to become a more authentic version of myself. And in doing so, my content needs to match that and align that concept, so that I can achieve that goal personally. So that's what I'll be doing. I will be shifting content in a way that I feel is more authentic and more in line with my personal values and my goals and stuff like that. And also driving the traffic towards my Patreon, because I have some exciting things going on over there that I want to share with you guys. And I feel like if I can focus on that more fully, I'll get the authenticity that I'm looking for in that sort of space. And so to start with that, not on Patreon, and the subject of content that is sort of aligning with what I want to do and where I'm going personally. I have a goal for the year of 2024 of reading a Greek retelling a month, because I just want to sort of immerse myself in that space, and there's a bunch that I want to read and just haven't been able to catch up on. And so I will be reading one a month. And then for the sheer fact that, if nothing else, having a running series on my channel gives me like a sense of accomplishment, like with Storycraft, but also accountability. And I feel like you guys are really great at reminding me that I need to be accountable for things and thoughts and stuff that I say. I'm going to do like the book reviews that I would do for witchy books on those Greek retellings. So if you want to read along with me, you absolutely can. And then at the end of the month, I'll do my review and my thoughts and stuff on the book and talk about it there. So we can have like a little, like, not a book club, but almost a book club, like a impromptu casual book club. So if you want to join me in reading a Greek retelling a month for the rest of the year, or just pick on one or two that maybe you're interested in, like they're in your TBR, you could join the conversation there and we can talk about it and have like a fun little discourse about it. So that being said, I'm going to start with Atalanta by Jennifer Saint. That's going to be the book I read in the month of January. And then sometime in the last week or so of January, I will get on here and talk to you about my final thoughts and my feelings. And we'll do that all year long. And I think that'll be really fun. And it'll be like a different type of content on this channel. And just something fun to like share with you cool people here. So that's what I'm going to be doing. That's like one of my main goals for the year. And I want to bring that here and just sort of add some new content. My goal is to sort of diversify my content a bit more and do things that I enjoy doing and stuff that maybe I don't necessarily share with you guys because I do it off camera, or I don't do it because I know that I have to be on camera. So I end up not doing the things that I want to do because I'm like, well, I don't know, because that's not what my channel's about, so I can't film it, and since I can't film it, I don't have time to do it, and that just like leaves me with a bunch of projects and things unfinished that I would like to finish. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing starting then. And then I wanted to say, if I was better at my job, I would have had them all printed out to present to you to show you guys what I was talking about. But I have some digitals that I've added to my shop. So like I said, I'm not going to stop adding stuff to my shop completely. I want to add more personal projects, personal arts, different kinds of things. I've been like working on ephemera packs. I've been sharing those with my friends on Patreon. And so I've been adding those to my Etsy shop. And what I wanted to say is that if you see them in my Etsy shop and you go down to where it says the description. I will link my Patreon shop there for you guys, because I put them in my Patreon shop as well. And I put them in at a lower rate for the Patreon shop because the taxes and the fees and everything work differently on Patreon. So it's actually more cost effective to me to offer stuff in my Patreon shop than it is on Etsy. But unfortunately, Etsy is a huge traffic driver to my sites and stuff like that. So I continue to upload there. Just be aware that if you see something and it says that it was previously a Patreon reward, it's going to be cheaper on Patreon. So you can go there and you can support my shop and myself as an artist for free, or not free. You can support myself as an artist for less than you would if you use Etsy, because Etsy's fee system is outrageous. So yes, that's what I wanted to say. That if you were interested in picking up Patreon rewards that are being offered digitally, they will be on the Patreon shop at a lower rate than they are in the Etsy shop. And you can just check them out by following the links there or the links in my description box here and see that kind of stuff. It's up to you here. This is also very rough. I'm not good at wire wrapping, but I insist on doing it. So just ignore this. The other thing I wanted to say is that in January, I don't know when this video is going. I don't know if this video is going to go up first week of January or prior to January. Hopefully prior to, because it'll make things make more sense. But what I am doing on Patreon is in January we're starting a Grimoire with me. So I'm not changing my rewards tiers on there. The same things are going to be given out in the same capacity. I am adding a $10 tier. So if you are interested in joining in the Grimoire with me, we're going to build a Grimoire, like an entire witchy Grimoire, throughout the year, and however long it takes to finish it. We're going to build it there. It's going to be cool. It's going to be fun. It's going to be magical. And if you would like to do that, there's going to be a $10 tier that you can get, like, the video and the information and all the things on that. So if you're interested in that, you can check that out and join the Patreon at the $10 tier. My $5 patrons will still get some part of that, but they're not going to get the full bit. And then the $15 patrons will get that full bit, plus the extra magical witchy stuff that they signed up for as well. So that'll be starting next year. And then, like I said, there will be more content coming to the channel. I'm really looking forward to, like, adding some new stuff here. There's a lot of crafts and stuff that I do, because I like to consider myself a jack of all trades, but definitely a master of none, if you can tell by the way that this is going. But whatchamacallit, I'm looking forward to sharing that and just sort of experimenting and getting to have some fun here in a way that, like, I don't necessarily do. And I think it'll be good for, like, the longevity of the channel. And it also will be really pivotal in preventing burnout. I know that's, like, one of the things I talk about a lot, and a lot of you guys talk to me about. It's a very common struggle, and I think that just sort of, in my attempt to avoid burnout in general, and, like, the desire to just sort of quit and no longer produce content, I think that sort of changing up what I'm offering here in this space will be, like, really pivotal to that. This is the back. It doesn't matter how it looks. But what I want is to nestle this in here. So essentially, we just made, like, a little buffer to keep that from flying out the back. And then these are going to hold it in the front. But I don't want this to go all the way through. Okay. Like I said, I am not the best at this, so this is really just to keep my hands busy while I talk to you guys. Also, I think I put these two up too high, but oh well, we'll work it out. But yeah, that's basically everything I wanted to talk about currently at this juncture in time. Because, like, I have a lot of thoughts and feelings. There were a lot of notes and stuff I had. I don't really want to go into super details on everything because I'm still sort of, like, fleshing some ideas out. But that's sort of where my headspace is as I move into the next year. You know, I want to keep my channel more in line with my personal goals and then see what stuff I can add and what stuff I can bring. And as always, I really do like appreciate any feedback or thoughts and feelings that you guys have. So if there's stuff that in particular you have wanted to see from me and I have not shown you, definitely leave that in the comments below. Because like I said, I'm trying to be like more authentically the person I want to be. And that person also wants to be like generous and sharing, and I love to like share ideas and stuff like that. So if I've ever said something like offhand and you've been like, I wish you would really show us how she did that, just tell me, because I would love to show you, and I don't remember if I say it. I have goldfish memory. So yeah, that's a thing that happens, and I would love to share more stuff with you guys. If there's stuff in particular you're interested in seeing, or you'd like to see me bring, maybe you started following me on Den of the Wanderer, and there's stuff I did over there that you'd like to see over here, you can let me know, because I am definitely open to the idea of doing that. I do want to go back to doing some witchy book reviews. I have a stack of books I have read and just haven't shared any like thoughts or feelings on. So I might work through that, like, back catalog a bit to catch up, and then see if there's some more stuff that I can, like, share. And sorry, I'm very sniffly because I'm still congested as heck. Whatchamacallit, I do have another mini magic coming up soon. It is later than I wanted. A lot of things are going to be later than I wanted. I will be finishing, like I said, the Spirit of the Season. I have 3 more episodes of that I have like planned out and mostly recorded. It was more like just trying to get the voiceovers done, because I usually do the voiceovers at the last minute, because I'm not on top of everything, surprisingly. I don't think any of you guys are surprised. If you've been following this channel for any length of time, you should not be surprised. Okay, so the problem is that I did these very high, so they're not actually holding anything. So let's just see if we can maybe hold it. I may have to do this off camera. But, whatchamacallit, this takes more muscle than I think I have. I don't know, like, I really admire the people who do really nice, like, wire wrapped work, because this is not it. Yeah, I think that's everything I have to say, just at this point in time. I just wanted to get on here to let you guys know I wasn't dead, and that I was going to be making some, like, changes and kind of, like, where we're going moving into 2024. And I think I've done that. If you have any questions or you want to talk about it, let me know for sure. And if you are interested in joining my little impromptu book club, also I would love to know that. I'm going to do it regardless if anyone is interested. Fortunately, I have friends who say that they're already interested, so that's a bonus. I will definitely keep doing it for them. But if you guys are interested, let me know. And then, like I said, let me know if there's content in particular that you are interested in, because I am, at this point, open to any and all suggestions and willing to sort of just branch out and try new things and see what we can do to get, like, the ball rolling on the channel. And yeah, that's going to be it for me, guys. I appreciate your faces, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one. If I haven't said it to you, Happy New Year. I wish you the best. Thank you guys for being here, for supporting my channel, for supporting me as an artist. I will finish this and show you guys at a different point in time what it looks like. I'll, like, add a picture in at the end or something. I can't do it while I talk anymore because I'm clearly fucking it up. But I'll show you the final result, I promise. But that's gonna be it. That's all I have to say. I know that some of this news might be a little bit disappointing for some people, especially for you guys who are following me for my digis. And like I said, I'm not going to stop making them. They're just not going to be as frequent as normal. I can recommend definitely, though, that you guys continue to check out the girls on the design team. I will link their information down below. And as always, you guys, I appreciate your faces. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me on the channel for the entire year. And I look forward to spending the next year having some crafty, creative fun. Until next time, guys. Bye.